Welcome in Berlin, where we're able to show you this Alfastreet Marine 21 Open, a brand new model. And what is actually really nice about this one is that it has been nominated for the Best of Both awards, for which tonight actually will be the announcement if they are a winner or not. There are 18 nominees, so there is a small chance, but there is a chance anyway. This being a brand new model, I don't think a lot of people have seen it yet. At least for me it is the very first time, and there's a lot of things I like about this boat. This being, for example, one that has been fitted with an electric engine. But before I go into that, I also want to point out this huge bathing platform. We've seen that on other boats at Alfastreet Marine, and that is something I really like. I have two daughters, they are now 14 and 16 years old, and a lot of the fun you have with the boat is not driving it, but anchoring, being moored somewhere while your kids are swimming. And this actually is very practical and very nice to have. And especially with a really proper bathing ladder, such as this one. And what I always like is that it's actually, of course I cannot fold it now, but you can more or less imagine that this actually is quite a lengthy one. I have seen swimming ladders which only have 2 steps or so, and it's quite difficult to get on to the bathing platform in that way, but not on this Alfastreet Marine. Not only because it has enough steps, but also because it has this nice ladder with this to hang on to. So very practical, all of course made out of stainless steel with nice teak steps. Perma-teak on the swimming platform, I think it's an option. I would choose this always because it's very practical. You clean it easily, it's nice on bare feet, especially if it's really warm. So a nice solution. Indirect lighting here, a nice stainless steel place here. Just a small detail which makes it really nice. And a small entrance door here. Really done in a nice way, I personally feel. And again, before we go into the boat, let me this time show you the engine room first. It's hardly an engine, which you see. I don't know how much kilowatt this is. It looks like a fairly big one, but still it's a lot smaller than an in or an outboard engine, which is normally used. So still there's lots of space to store things. Of course the batteries are in here. I don't know the capacity. I don't know how long it will run with this battery capacity. Of course it all depends on the conditions. If there's a current where you're using your boat, if there's a strong wind, and of course the speed you're using. But I'm sure that the people who specified this boat have thought about that, and that it is a proper installation with which you could use this boat for a day or so on the water. Nice stainless steel cleats. And before I show you this, let me take you through the boat. What I like on all Alfastreet Marine boats is that they are very social. I mean, imagine being here with your family. There's plenty of space. Let me see where the CE plate is, by the way. I don't know where they put it on this 21 Open. I'll have to look at it at another moment, but I think this can carry at least 7 persons easily. And there's lots of space, and that for a 21 footer is just very nice. And especially I can imagine boating with this boat with an engine which is not only all the way down there, but also electric. It will hardly make any noise, you will feel no vibration. So you can still talk to the person sitting right at the end there. And that is something people think is obvious, but try using a Dutch sloop with a 3 or 4 cylinder diesel engine and try talking to the person who is right in the bow. I'm sure that won't work, but with this boat I'm sure it will. So that is a really nice feature. This steering position as a captain also puts you right in the center of the people on board, so that is, I think, really nice. Still there's another solution where you can have this on the side here, and also there's a solution where you can have a small galley on this side, which I think also can be really practical. The table which is quite big. Also has cup holders made out of stainless steel, but not only that, you can lower the table also and put a filler piece right here, so that you have a huge sunbathing area here. So I think this also is a boat which is extremely nice if you want to enjoy the sunshine. This hardtop roof being an option, you can of course also get it without the hardtop and enjoy the sun, but especially in hotter climates, this can be really practical, especially if you are on the water for a full day with 30 degrees and over, when you really want to enjoy some shade, and this is very practical. In my other videos, but now my eye just catches this small detail, but the Alfastreet Marine logo with the keys, that is just really nice. The stereo, by the way, is on this side. And not only the stereo is easily accessible, but there's also, you can see here, double USB, a USB here, an MP3 connection and a 12-volt connection. And what is also practical is that they fitted it here, so you can put your phone here. And if you want to connect it with a wire, you can do it as simple as that, and also charge your phone in the meantime. But of course, these fusion head units also have a possibility to connect via Bluetooth. And this being the control for the electric engine, of course, is a very simple system, but very nice and simple to use. Permatic here, self-bailing cockpit, practical for cleaning, but also safe if you get a huge chunk of water in the cockpit, which won't happen easily, but still it just makes you feel safe that the water drains out simply and quickly. And also, what a lot of people I think will appreciate is the easy accessibility of this cooling drawer right at the end here. And again, in the meantime, a nice detail, boat documentation in a nice bag with the Alfastreet Marine logo. But again, there's a cooling drawer here, so you can have your cold drinks. Let me put that in again, where it was supposed to go. Very easily accessible. And this boat has been fitted with an anchor winch below deck, so you don't, let me close it first, it makes the explaining easier. You see the small bow platform there. If you want to get on and off the boat from the bow, you get on. And of course, if the anchor winch were to be mounted above the deck, that would not be very practical. So that is why Alfastreet Marine mounted it below deck here. And not only that, there's even a stainless steel chain, which makes the chain last for 100 years or so. But also a chain makes anchoring more sturdy, I would say. I mean, the weight of an anchor chain also helps keeping the boat on its position. Notice also these nice recessed stainless steel hinges. Also here, stainless steel cleats. I really like the welding on Alfastreet Marine boats. You don't see any rough welding areas. The cushions, the upholstery is made in a nice way with stitching on the edges, which makes it look more luxurious, but also makes it last longer. A nice detail such as this. And also these angled backrests, so you just sit comfortable. I know at least in the Netherlands there are many boat builders that build typical Dutch sloops. And what I am sometimes surprised with is that if you sit here, you may want to film this. This is actually a quite high backrest, but I see a lot of boats where the backrest stops here. And that looks nice if you're on a boat show and you get into the boat, then, sorry for my phone, but really cannot imagine being out on the water for 5+ hours. And sitting like this with only a backrest up to here, you just get tired. And with a high backrest, this feels very comfortable. Not only that, with this piece slightly elevated, you feel also more or less secure while sitting. So if you're in slightly rougher waters, you don't tend to slide off the seats, which is again very practical. Other practical things is that the areas below the cushions here are used for storage, easily accessible by just opening them up. Still, it's done in a nice way, it's not ugly looking. Again, simple things such as this, cup holders at the helm. Those are just really nice features. And I noticed that this is a boat builder with a lot of experience. Now, let me also show you this roof. Before I do that, let me ask the cameraman to film how I also close this. I'm getting used to this also. Let me close it slightly because then I can get to it more easily. This one. So just with the press of a button, it closes like this. And again, it doesn't only protect you from the sun, but it also protects your boat from the elements. So if you're in a marina, this may look like it's going slow. That is correct because the batteries are a bit empty because the shore power was disconnected. But still, this is also a really nice way of just with the press of a button leaving your boat in the marina. Whereas other boats, you need to put the cover on, which can be quite cumbersome. Close this. This is my first, so I'm being kind of gentle. It's not my boat. So a really practical solution. I mean, this is it. Your boat is protected. You leave it in the marina. Not only protected from the elements, but also against theft. I think it's a great solution. So, the Alfastreet Marine 21 Open, nominated for the Best of Boats Awards. I hope you liked our video, and I hope to be able to take one of these out on the water soon. So keep watching our videos. Thank you for now, and see you next time.